Good morning, children. Welcome back to Social Science class. Today we are going to learn Social Science, Geography, Unit 3, Understanding Disaster. What is the name of the lesson? Understanding Disaster. Shall we start? Learning objectives. To understand the meaning of disaster. Next, to know about the types of disasters. Next, to know a few key concepts in disaster management and orient them to the words used in media. Next, to understand tsunami and flood. Next, to understand about forecasting, emergency operation center, etc. Okay. This lesson explains about the various natural disasters and man-made disasters. It also explains about the precautions and measures taken to avoid the loss of lives and materials. Disaster is a very common phenomenon. Common phenomenon means which happened suddenly in the human society. Okay, it has been experienced by people since time immemorial. Immemorial means which we cannot forget. Okay, we cannot forget this disaster. Though its form may be varied, it has been a challenge for society. Okay, India is one of the most disaster prone countries in the world. That is, in India also we have suffered due to this disaster. It has some of the world's most severe droughts, famines, cyclones, earthquakes, chemical disasters, rail accidents and road accidents and so on. Then, the high density of population in the developing countries, especially in the high risk coastal areas means seashore areas, results in millions of people getting affected by natural disasters. Example, floods, cyclones, storm, surges, etc. Okay? Let us see about the disaster meaning. A disaster is a serious disruption of the functioning of a society involving human and material loss. Disaster is broadly classified into natural and man-made disasters. Okay. Disaster is classified into natural disasters and man-made disasters. Okay. What do you mean by natural disasters? Natural disaster means naturally happened. Then man-made disaster means disaster happened due to human error. Okay. Natural disasters are earthquake, volcanoes, tsunamis, cyclones, floods, landslides, avalanches, thunder and lightning. Man-made disasters are fire, destructions of buildings, accidents in industries, accidents in transport, terrorism, stampede, etc. Okay. Now, let us see about natural disasters. Okay. First, let us see about earthquake. The sudden shaking of the earth at a place for a short spell of time is called an earthquake. So, the duration of the earthquake may be a few seconds to some minutes. The point where an earthquake originates is called its focus. The vertical point at a surface from the focus is called epicenter. From there only it starts. Is it clear, children? Next, volcanoes. Volcanoes are openings or vents where lava, then small rocks and steam erupt onto the earth's surface. From the mountains, it falls onto the earth's surface. Okay. Next, tsunami. Tsunami are waves generated by earthquake, volcanic eruptions and underwater landslides. So, due to earthquake, volcanic eruptions and underwater landslides, tsunami is happening. Okay, is it clear? Next, cyclones. A low pressure area which is encircled by high pressure wind is called a cyclone. What is called a cyclone, children? A low pressure area which is encircled by high pressure wind is called a cyclone. Flood. An overflow of a large amount of water beyond its normal limits, especially on a rain-fed areas, is called a flood. So children, you can see flood during rainy time. Okay. Next, landslide. The movement of a mass of rocks, debris, soil, etc. downslope is called a landslide. Children, I think you might have seen this. Next, avalanches. A large amount of ice, snow and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain is called an avalanches. So from the mountains, ice, snow and rocks falling quickly down is called an avalanches. Okay. Next one is thunder and lightning. Thunder is a series of sudden electrical discharge resulting from atmospheric conditions. This discharge results in sudden flashes of light and trembling sound waves, which are commonly known as thunder and lightning. So, children, you can hear heavy noise and you can also see the flashes of light during thunder and lightning. Is it clear? Next, now we are going to see about man-made disasters. Man-made disasters means disasters happen due to human error. Okay, first man-made disaster is fire. Massive forest fires may start in hot and dry weather as a result of lightning and human carelessness or from other causal factors. Okay, children? So, fire occurs in hot and dry weather as a result of lightning and other human carelessness. So, fire may happen due to human carelessness or due to other reasons. If the humans are not careful, the fire accidents may occur. Okay? Is it clear, children? Next one is destruction of buildings. Destruction of buildings means demolition of buildings by human activities. Okay, children? This also occur due to human error. Okay. Next man-made disaster is accident in industries. This also occur due to human error. For example, chemical, biological accidents that occur due to human error. Example, Bhopal gas tragedy. Okay, this was happened during the year 1984. Is it clear, children? Next man-made disaster is accidents in transport. Accidents may occur due to violation of road rules. It may also occur due to carelessness. Okay? Accidents may occur due to carelessness. If we are not follow the road rules, accidents may occur. Next one is terrorism. The social unrest or differences in principles leads to terrorism. Okay, children? Next one is stampede. The term stampede is a sudden rush of a crowd of people, usually resulting in injuries and death from suffocation and trampling. Okay, children? So, due to sudden rush, many people will die. Okay. Then some may got injuries also. Okay. That is called as stampede. Okay. Is it clear? So, children, what are the man-made disasters? Fire, destruction of buildings, accidents in industries, accidents in transport, terrorism, stampede. Okay. Now we are going to learn about tsunami and floods. A killer tsunami hit the Southeast Asian countries on the 26th of December 2004. So, in the year 2004, on 26th of December, a massive earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 to 9.3 in the Richter scale epicenter in the Indonesian islands of Sumatra. Okay, so this is the one of the biggest tsunamis in the world. Okay, so the massive waves measuring up to 30 meters that killed more than 2 lakhs people of Asia. Then in India, over 10,000 people were killed by this disaster. Okay, children, in India, nearly 10,000 people were killed. Then in Tamil Nadu alone accounted for 1,705 deaths. Okay, in Tamil Nadu, nearly 1,705 people were died. Is it clear, children? So, all the coastal districts were affected. Especially Nagapattinam was the worst hit in the state of Tamil Nadu. Fishermen, tourists, morning walkers, children playing in the beach, and people living on the coast were unprepared for the waves. They don't know this incident is going to happen. Okay, so they lost their life, and most of the loss of lives and damage to property was within 500 meters of the shore. So they lost their property and life. After that, the Indian government set up a tsunami early warning system at Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, that is INCOIS. They set up this warning system at Hyderabad in the year 2007. Okay, so after 3 years they set up this organization. This is a organization which gives warning about tsunami. Is it clear, children? See this image, children. This image shows the places which were affected by tsunami. Okay, see India, Burma, Thailand, Bangkok, Malaysia, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania. Okay, these are the places affected by tsunami. Okay, see this, children. Hindustan Times. Tsunami happened morning after Christmas. Tsunami smashes Asia. See this picture. See the places how it is affected. Next, tsunami do's and don'ts. You should find out if your home, school, etc. are in vulnerable areas along seashore. That is, first we have to see that if our home, school is very near to the seashore. If it is very near, we should move from that place. Okay. Next, we should know the height of our street above sea level. Then, plan evacuation routes and practice your evacuation routes. Then, discuss tsunamis with your family. Review safety and preparedness measures with your family. We have to discuss with our family. Okay. If you see the seawater receding, you must immediately leave the beach and go to higher ground far away from the beach. Okay. If you see the seawater is receding, you should immediately leave the beach and go to the higher ground. Okay. Next, do not go to the coast to watch the tsunami. You should not go to the coast to watch the tsunami. Next, don't try to surf the tsunami waves. Don't try to touch the waves. Okay. Be aware facts about tsunami. We should know the facts about tsunami. Is it clear, children? Next, floods. Floods are high stream flows which overlap natural or artificial banks of a river or a stream and are markedly higher than the usual flow as well as inundation of lowland. Is it clear, children? Now, let us see about types of floods. Flash floods. Such floods that occur within 6 hours during heavy rainfall. Okay, so flash floods occur within 6 hours during heavy rainfall. Okay. Next one is river floods. Such floods are caused by precipitation over large catchment areas or by melting of snow, or sometimes both. Okay, so river floods are occur due to precipitation over large catchment areas or by melting of snow or sometimes both. Okay, so next one is coastal floods. Coastal floods. Sometimes floods are associated with cyclone, high tides and tsunami. Okay, these type of floods are called coastal floods. Is it clear, children? Now, let us see about the causes of floods. What are the causes of floods? Torrential rainfall, that is heavy rainfall. Next, encroachment of river banks, excessive rainfall in catchment. Then, inefficient engineering design in the construction of embankments, dams and canals. That is not properly designed, okay, not properly built. Next, we are going to see about effects of floods. Destructions of drainage system, no proper drainage system. Then water pollution. Then soil erosion, stagnation of water everywhere on the road as well as near to our house. Water stagnant, no, that is. Next, loss of agricultural land and cattle. Due to floods, we lost our agricultural land and cattle. Then, floods lead to loss of life and spread of contagious diseases. That is, diseases spread from person to person. Okay. Is it clear, children? These are the effects of floods. Let us see about the do's during floods. What we have to do during floods? First, we have to find out if the settlement area is to be affected by flood or not. First thing, we have to find out that. Okay. Next, keeping radio, torch and additional batteries, storing drinking water, dry foods items, salt and sugar. Then, safeguarding materials like kerosene, candle, matchbox, because if the power off, we can use this. Okay. Then clothes and valuable things. Okay. Next, we should keep umbrella and bamboo poles. Then keeping first aid box and strong ropes to bind things. Then we have to dig canals from the farmland to drain the excessive water. Then keeping sandbags, etc. Okay, these are the do's during flood. Now, let us see about the don'ts during floods. Okay, during flood, what we should not do? Do not try to connect electricity once it is cut. Next, do not operate vehicles. Next, do not swim against floods. Next, avoid going on excursions. Next, do not neglect flood warning messages. Is it clear, children? Next, during floods, cut off gas connection and electricity. Next, keep sandbags on drainage holes and bathroom holes. Next, leave immediately through the known passage or prescribed passage. That is, leave the place immediately. Next, drink hot water. Next, use bleaching powder to keep your environment hygienic. Okay. Next, before using matchsticks and candles, ensure that there is no gas leakage. Next, do not eat more food when you are affected by diarrhea. Next, do not try to take anything that floats in flood. Is it clear, children? Next, disaster risk reduction, DRR. What is disaster risk reduction? Disaster risk reduction means the practice of reducing disaster risk through systematic efforts to analyze and manage the causal factors of disasters. There are 4 key approaches to public awareness for disaster risk reduction. They are campaigns, participatory learning, informal education, and formal school-based interventions. Okay, these are the key approaches for the public for disaster risk reduction. Is it clear, children? Next, Chennai flood 2015. See this image, children. In 2015, our Chennai was affected by a flood. Okay, Chennai is one of the largest metropolitan cities in India. In India, Chennai is the largest city, okay, which lies on the southeastern coast. Lies means located on the southeastern coast. The northeast monsoon, along with tropical cyclone, hits Chennai every year and gives heavy cyclonic rainfall. Okay, so the northeast monsoon gives heavy rainfall. In 2015, November and December, due to heavy rain, the devastating floods that hit Chennai and other parts of Tamil Nadu claimed more than 400 lives and caused enormous economic damage. So, during the year 2015, in Tamil Nadu, more than 400 people were died and caused heavy economic damage. Okay. Also, the government of India and Tamil Nadu have taken a lot of action to reduce loss of life and minimize human sufferings. Okay, so government have taken so much steps to reduce the loss and minimize the human sufferings. Is it clear, children? Now, let us see about forecasting and early warning before tsunami or cyclone. Okay, children? Weather forecasting, tsunami early warning system, cyclonic forecasting and warning provide necessary information which help in reducing risk during disasters. Okay, during disaster, if they provide information early, we can escape from the damage. Okay, so what are the committees? School Disaster Management Committee, Village Disaster Management Committee, state and central government institutions take mitigation measures together during disaster. Okay, mitigation means the lessening of the adverse impacts of hazards and related disasters. Okay, forecasting means definite statement or statistical estimate of the likely occurrence of a future event or conditions for a specific area. Okay, children? So, then newspaper, radio, television and social media bring updated information and give alerts on the vulnerable area. Risk preparatory measures and relief measures including medicines. So, all these are early warning given by the government to protect ourselves during disaster. So, we should keep prepared ourselves to face the risk. Okay, is it clear, children? Okay, children, go through the lesson. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.